So I am of a firm belief that once a man switches up on you, it's time to switch him out, right? The best you're going to get from a man in most cases is in the very beginning, before the honeymoon phase wears off. Once the honeymoon phase wears off, the flowers stop and all the romantic gestures slow down or stop and all that stuff. It doesn't usually get any better from there. And I have heard that from married women and divorced women. The most prominent woman that said that, and it stuck in my mind all these years, was Judge Lynn Toler from Divorce Court. She was successfully married until her husband passed away recently, right? Even she said, once the honeymoon phase is over, you're going to spend pretty much the rest of your marriage fighting to get that old thing back, right? Trying to recapture what made y'all fall in love in the first place, having to keep things spicy and all that stuff, right? Now, some women don't mind doing that. Some women don't mind putting in that kind of work. But seeing as how more and more women are starting to realize that men really don't like women a lot of them don't, and a lot of them don't love, they're not capable of it. If you're going to deal with them, I would say just don't deal with them at all. But if you're going to deal with them, you might as well deal with them at your convenience, right? Only deal with them with the ups, not the downs, right? Because the ups and downs are for people that want to be in marriages and relationships. People who want to be single, there are only ups to be had. There's only good, right? You don't have to deal with cheating. You have to deal with being lied to and humiliated and all that. You don't have to deal with that when you're single. You deal with those men at your convenience. You're only going to get the best of them, and as long as you don't have a baby by them, don't allow them to capture and conquer you, you're going to get the best. And for whatever reason, they decide they don't want to give you the best. They want to start arguing with you and start being possessive and jealous and being an asshole or being flaky or whatever it is. You can just switch them out. If you're going to still deal with men. That is my suggestion. That's what I would do. As far as the women who know that most men don't love y'all anyways, I'm just saying they don't. I don't think it's love when you can wake up one day and because you're not attracted to her anymore, you want to leave her, or you want to cheat on her with a younger woman, or she gets cancer, or and y'all are just like ready to end it, right? That's not the way love operates. And so because most men seem to do this, I don't think it's really love. I don't think they're really capable of that. But I would say steer clear and just be single. But if you have the urge to get laid or whatever you want from them, you want somebody to pay for a trip to Greece, right? Or a trip to Europe or whatever, you can keep them around for those things. And as long as they're giving you what you want, then keep them around. The moment they start switching up and that honeymoon phase dies down and they don't take you seriously anymore and they start taking you for granted, that ass should be grass. Anyway, leave your comments and let me know what you guys think. Of course I'm single. You think I don't take my own advice? Contrary to popular belief, men don't have access to me. I can flirt and laugh and joke and kiki with men all day, every day. But when it all boils down, I don't give men access to me. These days, especially when I'm focusing on my future and my retirement and all that, I don't got time for you. Especially not any of you nakers, if you catch my drift. Sir, a woman trusting a man and believing that they are in monogamous relationships and marriages is typically how they end up with STIs. It's almost 100% of how that happens. Of course, women can be SA'd, we know that, but generally speaking, women catch STIs from their husbands and baby daddies and boyfriends, whatever, because they trust them and they think that they're the only one in most cases. That's how that works, okay? So it would be very difficult for somebody like me, who's 4B, by the way, you must be new here, to contract anything because I don't even give men access to me. And then even if I decided I'm going to get laid next week, I wouldn't be dumb enough to trust them with my health. Especially at my age now, oh, absolutely not. Because I know most men cheat, and I'm very health conscious. So it's very difficult. That would be very difficult to happen. I'm 4B, if you don't know what that is. I don't date. I am not sexually active. Definitely not at the moment. And I am never having kids, and I don't ever want to get married. So that's the 4B, the 4 no's, right? Yeah. So you have to try again with that one. Secondly, as far as the rose suggestion, you don't have to suggest that. Most women have one of those or something similar, including myself. So, but thank you for that. But I hope you learned something.
How can I explain myself?
So I was actually tagged in this video. And the only thing, I don't know what y'all want me to say. The only thing I can say to this is, if this happens to you, the best advice I can give you is to get rid of it. Shun a bore, right? Because if this man will do something like this to you, he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about your goals, your progress. As a matter of fact, he's most likely doing this to halt your progress and to see you suffer. That's why he's doing it. I can assure you that if he would do this, he's absolutely about to leave you to be a single mother, and you're going to be struggling by yourself. Don't be talking about, oh, he has to take accountability too because it took 2 to tango and blah, blah, blah. You're going to be raising that kid by yourself, okay? So, if this happens to you, you can't say somebody didn't warn you or somebody didn't tell you what the real deal is. Like, if he does this, he's trash, okay? And he doesn't care about you. Really think about that for a second. If you're in nursing school, or if you are trying to be a doctor or a lawyer, or you're trying to start a business, whatever you're doing, and he wants to get you pregnant in that moment, he's trying to halt your progress. That's what he's trying to do. It doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter what lies he come up with that sounds convincing. He wants to see you struggle. That's it. There's nothing else to it. If you fall for it, yo bad. You ain't got nobody on the planet to blame but yourself. Blaming these men and talking about their accountability and their part in it is not going to stop the fact that you're going to end up raising these kids by yourself. So, you heard it here. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Like, you finna be a single mother. Congratulations. Sir, you leaving women alone and not taking women seriously is by far going to be the best thing to happen to humanity. Like, it would feel really good to wake up in the morning and just exist without being harassed, catcalled, possibility of being essayed or unalived, right? Some man saying, smile, smile, right? When we're just walking in Home Depot or something. That would be wonderful to be able to exist without being bothered. So the only thing I can ask of you is to get with your buddies, other male counterparts, and have conversations amongst yourselves and come to an agreement where you guys are like, I'm for real, bro. Let's leave these bitches alone, right? Let's stop taking them seriously. I'll argue, I don't think most men have ever taken women seriously, but whatever. They've always seen women as objects and comparing us to cars and doorknobs and stuff like that. So I don't think men have ever really taken women seriously. But anyways, let's just say for the sake of argument, y'all did. And now y'all are ready to stop doing that. You're doing us all a favor. The only people that are going to be upset about this are pick-me women. Women who are desperate, who still need to be loved by somebody, right? They may have a problem with it. So you guys can go harass and beat them and unalive them if that's what y'all want to do. But as far as the women with substance, the ones who just want to be safe and don't want to be bothered, you're doing us all a favor. Trust me.